whether or not you're even in the market to buy a house, you should probably save this video. Hey, you should probably share this with your family and friends because this is important. So it makes the content more appealing when you lead with this. So think of, now if anybody's watching this, just think of like, these are the things I need to think about when I want to make a video about a certain topic. Take that same topic and make it appeal to more people who aren't even in the market right now. That would be your goal.
Let's talk about this continued evolution. So you talk about kind of how you started, and you struggled like everybody else. You went down the path of, okay, I'm just going to answer the questions that I'm getting asked every day. But now you've shifted, and we're talking Instagram. I'm not going to talk about YouTube because that's a whole nother beast for another day.
A whole other call, yeah.
Correct. You shifted into making money, investing, how to become a millionaire. How do you make money when you sleep?
I got to do it, man.
Those kind of things. And so what caused that shift? And is that where your growth occurred?
Yes. So like right now we talk about mortgage and real estate. Now last year was a kind of cool thing. In 2021, mortgage and real estate was actually trending as a really high search thing because real estate was red hot. Like it seemed like everybody's like trying to get into real estate, buy real estate, and then they need loans and all this stuff, right? So even if you talked about those things, a few of us who did those topics like really got a lot of extra traction. Like right now it's calming down a little bit. And what you'll find though is what's always trending is money, financial fitness, right? And so what, at the end of the day, like you could talk about real estate, but what is one of the great ways that real estate has helped people? It's to build wealth, right? So many times we talk about the process up front, and then then at the end we're like, and that's the result, or that's the benefit. But nobody, like, they don't give a shit about the process, right? So it'd be like, if you and I said, hey, let's show you how to start a podcast. Like there's going to be some few people who are interested in a podcast that want to learn that. But what if you started out and say, this is the most underrated way to build a really deep connection with your audience that can make you millions of dollars. And by the way, you're probably not even thinking of it. You'd be like, what's Jeff going to tell me now? Like I'm hooked. Yeah. Then you go into the process, which is start a podcast. Here's how you do that. Yeah. If you start the video with how to start a podcast, or you start the other way I just said, I can guarantee I'll bet any amount of money that the first video gets exponentially more views. So you must start with the benefit. So that's why I started to do like, here's a way to build wealth. Here's a way to become financially free. Buy rental properties. So that way you have passive income, or what's the most common thing I've seen with my most wealthy clients is that they all have a bunch of real estate. Why do they prefer real estate? Well, it's because of all these tax benefits in real estate, right? So I like that part of it. I personally own, a bunch of properties. So I just wanted to talk about what I'm doing. And so I thought I like the wealth part about that. And it turns out that a lot of consumers are interested in leveling up their money and investing and wanting more passive income. So that's cool. And then on the real estate side, I think like there's still a lot of people into real estate, like getting a property. And so you would just want to talk about, again, the benefits up front, or a mistake that they could avoid, because that's also a benefit. Like if I can avoid a pitfall, that is a true benefit to me. So I could say like, here's the worst mistake you can make if you're a first-time buyer. Don't do this. Or here's like the 3 biggest mistakes I see cost people money when they're selling or when they're buying. So mistake avoidance is another kind of way to loop people in. But you just kind of think of like, if I just come across the first few lines of this video, what's in it for me? And try and make that the broadest appeal possible, and then get narrow in the actual video.
Yeah, you even said it more so because we talk about hooks all the time, and it's, you and I sit and watch our peers' videos and cringe because it's like, oh God, don't lead like that. Like, you just nailed it. I mean, the way you described starting a podcast or how to create wealth, it's leading with that solution, leading with the end result, leading with what they want.
Yeah, like how many times have you seen this video, Jeff? How to get your offer accepted in a tight market. Well, what if I'm a buyer? I don't even know the market was tight. Shit, I don't even know what an offer is. And I sure as shit don't know the value of getting an offer accepted versus another. Like I'm just new to this whole thing. Yeah. So what at the end of the day are you really talking about? You're talking about one of the most key components to getting a house, or you're also talking about a mistake that buyers make when they're buying a house. So here is the most common mistake I see people making right now when they're trying to buy a house. Their offer isn't structured properly. You have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So now I've just taken that very narrow topic of how to write an offer and I've given it broad appeal. I've said, hey, whether or not you're even in the market to buy a house, you should probably save this video. Hey, you should probably share this with your family and friends because this is important. So it makes the content more appealing when you lead with this. So think of, now if anybody's watching this, just think of like, hey, these are the things I need to think about when I want to make a video about a certain topic. Take that same topic and make it appeal to more people who aren't even in the market right now. That would be your goal.